behind the scenes drumming. I hope everyone's brought their items with them. There's still a little bit of time to get those items if you want. A part of the Align and Ascend today was to bring 2 items with you. One item is going to represent your past, and one item is going to represent your future. So if you have that with you, have that near. If you don't, you might have a little time to grab it now. Me, I brought my 2 items, and I have a paintbrush, and I have an angelite crystal. And in a little bit, once we all begin to share, I will let everybody know just exactly what that meaning is and what that symbolizes for me. And then I want you to also take that time to see what that symbolizes for you as well. So you're available on here, so everybody can see you anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and just get started. Technical issues aside, I'm Medicine Woman Cat, also known as Cat, and I am an indigenous medicine woman, and this is YaNi.
Peace, everybody. I am YaNi, Rev YaNi, Coach YaNi, and grateful for this opportunity and this moment to share, to align and ascend in community, to think about all that 2026 and beyond has for us. So thank you for this, being here with us during this first offering of what we hope will be many in the future.
Absolutely. So you said you wanted everybody to sort of get comfortable, and if we could just kind of say who's who and what the intention is for the day, if you'd like to share. I'll start off. My intention is to really just get our joint vibration out there. And basically we're on the frequency of love, of peace, and of alignment. So align and ascend, that's been the theme going on, and that's the theme for this season. So yeah, we're going to get into that. And the only way to ascend is to align yourself with who you are becoming and where you're going. So yes, we're going to get into that. And I'm going to start again with a little bit of drumming. And I want to also mention that we are on our ancestral lands. We are the original people of this land. We are Black and Cherokee, or indigenous to this land. This is the Eastern Woodlands people, Eastern Bands, Woodlands people. And our people stretch from North Carolina all the way down to here to Georgia. These are our roots. And when I was last up in Cherokee, North Carolina, on the reservation and in the village, I learned a lot about the indigenous drum rhythms. And one of the first rhythms that they teach the young people is this rhythm. And you'll tell me if you recognize this rhythm. This is the human heartbeat. It is the first rhythm that we learn.
I can't hear anything. I hear your voice, but I hear no drum.
No? Can you let me know if you could hear?
I cannot.
Can anybody else hear the drum? You can hear my voice, but not the drum. Is that what you said?
Exactly. That's right. It's not coming through, but I can see what you're hitting, but
Really?
I think it's because it might be too low. Yeah. It picks up certain frequencies. It might be like a lower.
Oh.
Wow.
I did hear the first note on that, but I haven't heard. Can you hear the more?
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
here.
That's okay. We're gonna go into
Welcome in.
what we're here to do. Okay, and so I was just going to start with that. We did do some breathing to get our systems relaxed. And so let's go ahead and let's picture a golden light coming down. And this light is the divine light. It's the healing light. It goes exactly where it needs to go, and that's going to be different for everyone. So if you could close your eyes and you could see that light and feel the light coming down into your crown. And as you take more deep breaths, moving down your body slowly and gently. Yes. Moving down until you can feel the light reaching your feet. Forming a bubble almost around your physical body. This is your energy body that's about this out from your physical body. Picture that white light encapsulating that entire bubble. Filling you with relaxation and peace. And we're going to move in now into our Reiki flow. It's a meditative dance movement, and my movements are designed for both standing and seated. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the standing, and also tell you how you can do that if you're seated. And now we're going to say an affirmation that goes along with this root chakra movement. I am safe in my body. I am safe in my body. And when you do this free flow, if you do this at home, you can incorporate any other arm or hand movements that you see fit. Maybe you like to feel and visualize a red circle at your feet, or a red glowing light coming up from the earth, however it feels comfortable to you. You can even lift up on your ankles as you go back and forth rocking. The second movement is going to be our sacral. These are the water circles. And I want you to just begin to do spirals with your hips. This is almost like a belly dance move, but not quite. So you're going to see a spiral on the ground. And if you're seated, you can do the same thing. Spiraling circles. I allow pleasure and emotion to move. Spirals. I allow pleasure and emotion to move. Thank you for joining me in that. And like I said, this is something you can definitely modify for yourself. When you're dancing by yourself in your living room and you don't want nobody's there, you can just get wild with it, whatever. You do whatever you want with it, however you want to move your body. It's a free-flowing thing. And you can put on any kind of music that you like. I have my Reiki flow. It's more like a meditation, but definitely put on some R&B, some classical, some jazz, even some slow rock, whatever it is that you connect with. So now we're going to get into our alignment ascend talk.
Yes. Thank you everybody for bearing with us, being here today, grounding and anchoring into this moment. Thank you, Medicine Woman Cat, for that offering this morning, or this afternoon, excuse me. All right, family. I want everybody to take out your item that represents the past. Folks that maybe aren't on screen, if you could drop in the chat what your item is. And those that don't want to, come off and share your voice in the space, that's fine. But just drop it in the chat for me. The question, right, is what is your item, right? And what does it represent to you? Like what in your past does it represent to you, right? So share your name, and then if you could share what this item is and what it represents to you. Okay. Phoenix, can you start us out? Yes, nice. Playing in the mud. Love it, love it. Thank you. And any context, y'all, around the baby shoe or the weights?
The baby shoe is significant because I was born very pigeon-toed, and I had to wear casts on my feet. So, in addition to the fact that, the baby shoe just represents everything about my childhood. You know, good, bad, and ugly. Probably more of the latter than the former.
Wow, thank you, thank you,
Thank you for sharing that.
Wow. And the weights, any context?
Yeah, it's Courtney here. So the weights to me, in the past I was trying to get strong physically and just gain a lot of mass and have a good physique. But what I want to do is be strong mentally and spiritually. So I think it's a transitional piece and element.
Very nice. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. As we think about our past, as we think about the present. Oh, I'm sorry. You have yours, Kat. What do you have for us?
So my past represents a paintbrush. And to me, that's because I was still creating who I am right now. So my present, my future.
No, past.
Oh, past still?
Past.
Still in the past.
Staying in the past.
Okay.
For
So
right now.
this paintbrush represents my past as me being in the state of creating.
Nice. And I bought my book, Love Poem for Peace. It's from 2014. And it represents, all that I've been able to accomplish and do in life. Everything I've kind of been up to in the past, as I think about what this future holds for me. Y'all, all right, so let's get into this discussion. If you would grab a pen and paper, take some notes. I am going to ask a few questions, and I would love for you all to engage. If we could respect each other, what's shared, let's let it stay in the space. Stay grounded, don't push yourself too hard. Drop any questions in the chat, we will do our best to catch them. And so lately I've been sitting with this phrase, get your mind right. Right? It feels like in a lot of ways the revolution is upon us. And I don't know about you lately, but I've been feeling intense pressure to show up and do something. I wonder if anybody else has been feeling a little pressure, maybe a little anxiety over the state of the world, the state of our families, our communities, our children, our internal state, right? Being torn into so many directions, dealing with grief and suffering, and doing our best to keep our joy and remain in the vibe, the flow, the frequency of love, healing, manifestation, progress, all while entrenched in thoughts of what is coming next.
Is this working?
I want you to take a second. Thank you. I want you to take a second to think about or write about, really quick, write about what feels negative, what feels wrong in your life, what feels misaligned, what feels like dis-ease in the body. We have to be able to name it in order to heal from it. So if y'all would take your pen, your paper, and if you would write down what feels like dis-ease in the body right now. I'm going to give maybe a minute or two. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down, get it out. What feels negative? What feels wrong? What feels misaligned? What feels like dis-ease in the body? Don't be afraid to get honest with yourself.
Right, and even the word misalignment covers all of that. It's everything that isn't right. um, for what you're aligning with, for your vision, your manifestation, who you're becoming. If something doesn't feel right, a person doesn't feel right, a situation, a relationship, a friendship, a business partnership, anything, an opportunity, if your body responds in a way that doesn't feel right, that is your body, that's your spirit and your body speaking to you, that is not in alignment. Because alignment is what's closest to spirit or the divine. When you flow in alignment instead of trying to force misalignment, this is when you're going to notice that life becomes a lot different and a lot easier because you have the surrender and the trust.
Nice. Write it down, think about it. All right, y'all. If there is work you know you are called to do in this world, think about it, sit with it. If you know there's a certain life you're supposed to be living, what's stopping you? Where did you get stuck? Can you be honest about the past in order to anchor into the present? The Buddha taught that the material world is not the starting point. The starting point is the mind. The shape of the material world is just a reflection of our inner state. We create this individually and collectively all the time. If we start with the mind, we have a better chance of truly making a difference. The Bible talks about Jesus being the Prince of Peace and the light of the world. We find in Romans 12:2, do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what is the good, pleasing, and perfect will of God. And in Islam, the word Islam itself is derived from the Arabic root, which is closely related to salam, meaning peace. This connection highlights that peace is central to the Islamic faith. The Quran, as the Prophet Muhammad, emphasized the importance of peace, mercy, and compassion as fundamental values in Islam. Take a moment. I want you to write this down. When you think about peace in your life, when you think about alignment, when you think about God's source being your shepherd, and you not leaning to your own understanding for all the answers, what comes to you when you think about peace? When you think about not having a care in the world, what comes to you?
Let us know if you've written that down, if you've gotten your part written down.
Take a second. When you think about peace, what comes to mind? When you think about the space you're in now, and then visualize all of us being in the hallway together. And the door is approaching, right? We see a door in front of us. And it's a screen door. And all that we want and can imagine is on the other side of this screen door. What's in your way while you're in this hallway?
That is a really good visualization.
Is it a lack of courage? Is it family members? Is it your own self-doubt? As I share this song, please write for your life and write down what's in the hallway that has you stuck. And by the time the song plays out, the Zoom might close, and then please come right on back for our final discussion and closing blessing. What does it feel like being so close to that screen door about to bust right through it in 2026? Okay?
Right.
So y'all go listen to the song. As soon as it's done, come right on back.
Come back. I have an indigenous style blessing that I would like to send you all off with. So that does involve some sound healing and something to just sort of close out the energy. So we'll see you all back here in a couple of minutes. So while we're waiting, let's talk about, I would also be curious as to what these two words mean for you individually. What does alignment mean, and what does ascension mean to you? And how you can apply that in your life moving forward with this year and beyond. If there's anything that you have felt that hasn't been in alignment for you, if there's any person, if there's any situation, if there's any environment, even if there's any foods that you feel are no longer in alignment. Yeah, so we're gonna go into, we're gonna go into the, is there anything else you want to finish saying?
Yeah. So I just quickly want to know what came up for folks, maybe as you listened to the song, maybe as you thought about the questions that I posed, right? As you visualized all of us being in the hallway and sort of, visualizing what comes next and what's behind that screen door waiting for us. Just wondering what's come up for folks as we've had this time together.
Fear of being seen
Yeah.
by people that you don't trust or know.
Yeah.
Oh, I deal with that too.
Yeah,
That's real. That's a real one.
that's real, yeah.
Any thoughts on, right, how you're gonna maybe move past this, right, and get to that screen door and push it through? What I wanted everybody to do is come up with one word, right, that anytime that thing comes up that's keeping you from busting through that screen door, to have one word.
So fear is the main thing with that. What's causing the fear? Why are you when you say fear of being seen by people you don't trust or know, what does that stem from? Is it because you feel that the people will judge you? Is it because you feel like the people will, judge, right? Some people even are afraid that other people will try to take their creative ideas if you don't know them. I know that's also a thing. Fear of, what are some other fears around that besides being judged? Inaction, your own inaction. Okay.
Do you have a word you can take with you on the journey, navigating through the fear? What's one word?
Right. Hypercriticism growing up. judgment, coming from scarcity mindset. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, makes sense.
Yes.
For sure, y'all. So I want everybody to think of a word that they're going to take with them on the journey, right? As we continue doing the work of alignment, surely ascension is on the way, where we look back and we're like, whoa, we're on the other side of the screen door. And everything that was blocking us, everything that stood in the way, all the hurt, the fear, the trauma, the damage is now in the past. So thank you everybody for being here with us today for Align and Ascend. We just wanted to give a little sneak peek of what's to come. And yeah, different forms and variations, seeing what works, what hits, what people love, what people need from us as healers and lovers of our people in the world. You want to close out?
Absolutely, yes. And so I want to thank you all again for joining us here and bearing with us through the things. And yes, I would like to end this with a blessing. Yes.
As we get this closing blessing.
Thank you, Spirit, for being here with us. And energy knows no distance. So I'm pointing this feather, and you can see it, at your head. Can anyone on my screen? Okay. So, as I place the feather upon my head, I place it upon your head. May you receive the clarity, the discernment, the knowledge, the trust, the knowing, and the surrender that comes from being connected from the ground to source. May you go forth in clarity and in your heart. May your heart heal. May your heart know what it needs in order to continue to love itself, in order to continue to be open to love others, in order to know what it is that it needs to be in alignment with your highest good and with your highest relationship with others and the planet and everyone. And may your feet be guided on the path that you're meant to take, moving forward only in the future, leaving the past behind. Ashe, Aho. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. So it is.
We want to thank everyone who joined. We want to thank our ancestors who also joined us in this space, and our spirit guides. And we will be having Align and Ascend virtuals more and more, and they will be getting
In person?
Yes, and we'll be doing in person as well here locally. So this is just our first gathering so that everybody can get sort of acquainted with our energy and what it is we're trying to do here. And we just really want to build a community that we can collaborate with in aligning our frequencies towards where we want to be, the experiences that we want to in life and things like that. So we'll be seeing you guys again soon on Zoom and in person. And again, thank you so much for joining us.
Blessings, y'all. Thank you for being here. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.